Hello guys. This are almost racism-free tutorial on how to use the combat features of this bot. Let's get to the point. In this screen, as you can see, 3 combat options are available, but that's not exactly correct. There's actually 65 possible combat options, and 63 of them are custom made. On the Set Combat Script menu, you set the default one. On short, it'll be run when a case-specific script is missing. Of course, it won't matter if you're using the regular game auto battle. I'll now insert my default script's path. Note that the starting path is the bot's location. Now, let's make a default script from scratch for educational purposes. Obviously, the place to do that is in the scripts folder. If you guessed that, it doesn't make you smart. Maybe not retarded, I suppose. Well, since we're here, let's read the README file since it's asking to be read. Well, if you're a Biden supporter you may be unable to read, so I'll read for you. Kept my scripts as examples, though they can't be properly used by others, they still have value as references. Instructions on how to make your customizable script can be found inside combat1.ini. If you can't open it, either download Notepad++ or right mouse click it and open with Notepad. Note, there's no need for the files to be INI files. I made them INI files because in Notepad++, if you have the INI language selected, it has a cool color system, no other reason. Sorry. Feel free to save scripts as .txt if you wish. Common dude, don't tell them that. Well, as it was saying, there's instruction on the combat1 file, let's open it. A lot of instructions to read, but it's all pretty self-explanatory. Alright, let's make it from scratch. On the party section you clearly need to insert the desired party and Eidolon, so let's do so. Party equals 9 and Eidolon equals 1 for party 9 with Fire Eidolon. Now, for the burst section. Seems like it's designed for skills that should be used before the burst, right? Just need to type B1 up to B5, equal sign, and the slot plus ability number, as easy as it gets. Should list here the skills used for buffing before the burst. Alright, let's go to the game and check them out. Okay, first let's go with Yorimitsu's multi-shot death, located at the slot 1, position 4, just need to add it to the burst section. Oops, it's already here. So let's look for the second one. I'll include also, Beelzebub's Cremated Scream and Diane Set's Lawful Doping. Okay, this equals B2 equals 4 to 2 and B3 equals 5 to 2, just need to add it to the section and it's done. Note that the section's burst, charge and heals have the purpose of dealing with bad RNG. The skills set on these are being used only under specific conditions. The heals are used when a character is low on health, charge when burst isn't charged, and as already explained, burst is a section that precedes bursting. Since they're the same as the burst section, I'll refrain myself from making any comments. Alright. I just put Diane's heal and potion on the heals section and Yorimitsu's selfless sword conveniently was on the charge section already, so I just kept it there. Now, let's go to the turn sections. It can go up to turn 20 and represents turns. Once it goes through all active turns, it'll just go back to turn 1 and keeps going till the enemy is defeated. For the turn section to be considered valid, it must contain active equals 1. If there's no action set on or active section it'll just attack. The act key stand for action, you can set up from action 1 up to action 20. These are skills, like shown previously, but will be used if viable, case independent. The Eidolon usage is as follows. You can pick between 2 different systems, a case insensitive one and a case sensitive one, which uses our image search system. To use it you need to take a print of the Eidolon you wish to use on an available state and link it such as E1 equals path. Likewise you can use E1 equals 2 for a case insensitive. Try to use Eidolon 2, which is the support one. The key here is used as a priority order, the lower one will be tried first. Remember that the case insensitive alternative causes major slowdown since it'll always try to use the Eidolon, while the alternative will only take action if available. It's like 3 seconds versus 20. The case insensitive is good for short fights which you can fully script. But for longer ones it'll desync and turn either into useless craps or major time wasters. Since it's a hassle, I shall refrain from using it in this demonstration. Burst equals 1 sets the burst to 1 if available. Potion equals 1 uses potions. There's a cool AI. Sort of, that will use the potions in rational fashion. Maybe. Now, Liam with my outstanding strategizing. Now, some fast testing to celebrate, I suppose. Oh my god. It skipped multi-shot death. The cause for it is probably because I messed something up. Shouldn't expect the burst section to be consistent. We'll put multi-shot death on turns I know the burst will be up instead. Testing and improving, yay. Alright, now that I've finished making my default script, I'll show how set case-specific scripts. First, let's go to the config file. Now, at the bottom of the file, there's some instructions on how it works. Let's read it. In this section you can set a custom combat script for each raid. Read the help file for more info. Alright, let's go to this file. This is a heavily customizable bot for Kamihime Project. The main features are automated gameplay, supports custom combat scripts, can be customized. To use it, it is recommended to play on the 18+ version of the game as all the testing was done there. Note that playing it without inserting the password will limit the number of actions to 15,005, that's about 30 minutes. If reached, an annoying money-starving message will pop and the bot will close. To avoid such development, you can either donate $6 on Patreon, click the Patreon button on the main menu for redirect, or solve the puzzle, just click the puzzle button to try. Can avoid the headache with just $6 though, shocked face. I know you're thinking I'm capitalist. The cancer treatment is so pricey, you know. How will I treat the skin cancer on my pinky finger without capitalism? Exclamation mark. Okay, now on how to use it. The bot, not using cancer to make money, you sick fuck. Open the menu and read what's written on the buttons. Done. The only thing worth mentioning is how custom combat scripts work. What I did was give each situation an id, and based on that, a text or ini file with the user's choice of input is loaded into the combat function. Who the fuck wrote this crap, really? Anyways, let's go back to the config file. Seems that on the target section you must insert a key called combat, a number that represents a raided, then the script path, hum. As simple as it gets. The raided is defined by the following order: lower difficulty, then element, which scales from left to right. Number 1 equals fire standard, 2 water standard, 13 fire ultimate, and so on. OC is number 31 and will be started when available, and there's nothing you can do to stop that, because not doing OC would be utterly stupid. Don't care what your reasons are. So, as you can see, for standard and expert raid I've set a script that only bursts without doing anything else. It's the fastest way. And since my default is fire, I've set a different script for water ultimate and a sustain build for fire Ragnarok. The next section is pretty much the same, but for the raid assist mode. The key difference is that the raid ID isn't fixed. Since it works with our image detection system, the priority is defined by the image names, which I translated into keys. Numbers between 1 and 31 are valid. The images are stored in a folder called raids, which resides inside the data folder. Let's go there and have a look. Here's all the images needed. You can either take your own or rename these to set your priorities while also getting rid of the raids you don't care about. Let's open the number 1 to see what it is. Okay. As expected, the number 1 is OC. I think my default script will do pretty well against her. But let's go set it manually for demonstration's sake. Well, this covers about everything about the combat system. If the bot is breaking or not working, join Discord and send a message on the bug report channel. I'll fix the problem. Maybe. Also, if you support Biden, please don't waste your time trying to solve the puzzle. Just give me $6. It's so cheap.